I remember those.
Yeah. Ahorita ya no. Ya he casado.
All right. All right, we're live. Hello, everybody. This is Luis and Rey. This is our podcast. We are here with Gerson. Gerson is a good friend of ours. He's been doing his own thing, working from a car wash to running his own cleaning, detail cleaning business, and he's in school as well. And we're just going to be seeing what we can learn from each other, from a small business, from the small business owner perspective to an employee, to somebody that's also going to college and trying to make it all work. What is that? You have an alarm, sir. Look at this guy, has like 4 alarms.
Wow.
Hey.
This guy has like 4 alarms in his phone.
That's what happens. That's what happens. You got to make sure.
Why is there 5
don't-
alarms?
you don't
Time
make-
to run. I love you so much every day. 6 p.m.
Those are random, spontaneous alarms.
You have to remind yourself
Yes, that I love myself.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah. So welcome back to episode 5. Once again, thanks everybody that shares. Thanks for all the support. We are now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Is that what it's called? Apple Podcasts under Los Guys Ask. LOS Guys.
The name
Ask.
is still pending because it takes a long time to come up with a name.
He says it takes 50 episodes, so we're 5% deep, 10% deep into getting there. But yes, so today we have Gerson. So welcome.
What's up, guys?
Been to a podcast before?
Never. It's
Never?
my first time. It's
First
my
time. You listen
ever.
to them though?
I do. I try to, man.
Try
When
to.
I have time, but there's no. Sometimes
Which
you don't
ones
have
are
no time.
your favorite episodes? I mean, not episodes, but podcasts.
Well, I tried to watch the one from last time you guys were.
Oh,
doing.
okay.
Yeah, but I was working, so I was listening and then I was watching and working. So it's
Right.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to
But
go
it's-
turn
it's
this a
kinda
little
hard.
bit up. Right there, bro. There you go. That should be good.
I mean, I don't.
It's hard to work and
Yeah,
watch at the same
it's
time.
hard, man.
Yeah.
And that's actually why we decided to put them on Spotify, just because some of the feedback be like, hey, not everybody has Facebook.
Mhm.
Not everybody's as old as we are
Yeah.
to have Facebook. Most people are put on Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go live on Snapchat
Snapchat? Maybe.
or Instagram? Dang, that would be nice if we can do that too.
Synchronize everything.
Anyway, so yeah, so we've known you from school. I went to school with you. No, you were in Caney Creek. I went to Caney Creek with him.
Oh,
But so from school, you played sports. That's how we met each other. Played
Yeah.
soccer, and of course, you were a lot
Camaraderie.
better than I was. So you got to do other things that I wasn't able to do. And then from there, you went to school, no? Right after high school,
I took 1 year.
1 year.
I was after high school. I was working during high school. I
Okay.
was working. I think it was my junior year. I was working at Burger King.
Okay.
I was just a regular employee. Then I got to learn all the trades, and then they gave me an assistant managing position there. And then I took a year off, so I was managing them for like a year, and then I decided to go to college. I went to Lana Morris up in East Texas.
That's right.
Yeah, up there, and for 2 years. We were up there for 2 years. We were playing soccer. It was the best experience ever.
For real.
It was bad. It was good.
How's that compared to like high school soccer? Like, I'm sure that the level is a lot better.
Yeah, it's a lot faster. It's a lot better. A lot of competition, man. It's a lot of competition. You meet a lot of great people, though. You meet a lot of like great, skillful players. Like you learn a lot from them.
Right.
Coaches that they have already been pros. So it's
It's a whole level. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm guessing like high school is like you're still school, but it's like it's a top tier, but not that. Especially in Conroe
Yeah,
at the time. I mean,
yeah.
we're talking what 2004 to 7.
4 to 7.
4 to
yeah.
7 is when we played, and now, as you know, I ref. So I'd
Mhm.
ref some of these Conroe games,
Yeah.
and the crowds and people that go is like, man, where were these people when we were playing?
That's what I'm
like
saying,
it was
yeah.
like
Nobody.
so.
We had nobody. We had
Nobody.
2 people.
Yeah,
Yeah. There
especially
there were the trainers.
the trainers, especially at Caney Creek. That was even a lot.
That was
Yeah.
A lot.
sad.
That
Sad.
was a lot different, especially because I played freshman, sophomore here in Conroe. Then I went over there for junior year,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came back to Conroe. But yeah, so I'm guessing the level is that high, and it's mainly because I guess in high school, not that they have to let you play, but sometimes you have some players that they're seniors that have to be in varsity or whatnot.
Yeah.
But at that level, you got accepted, or not
Move on,
anybody.
yeah.
Not anybody. They're not just gonna be like, hey, come play at college ball.
Yeah.
Nice. So you were there 2 years.
So wait, back up. So you played college ball, college soccer.
College soccer.
You went there specifically for that.
Yeah. So we were at a Lufkin game. We were playing Lufkin that night, and I think we tied Lufkin over there. And then the coach, one of the coaches, the assistant coaches, was the lineman. He was the line coach, and so he got a couple of us, and he's like, "Hey, man, you guys need to come over here and play with us." And
Where was here? The college?
yeah, over there in East Texas, and close to his home over there in Lufkin. And so we're like, "Yeah, let's go. We'll try it out." And there was a couple of us. It was me, Oscar, from the same class, and then Roger, the goalie, Roger. Yeah. Then it was
Lalo. Did Lalo go?
no, Lalo went. They went to Howard Payne, him and Chris.
Okay.
But it was somebody else. I'm trying to remember who. But it was a lot of us.
Okay.
And so that's what made it more fun.
Yeah, right.
That you knew some people.
So
already.
it was a group of your peers from high school that went to the same college to play.
Yeah, to play. Like we got recruited that same night, so we're like, all right, let's try it out. You know. So.
But you had to go through the college process as well. Is that a whole new experience for you? Of course it was, but like you had to do the college and soccer at the same time.
Yeah. That's what made it. Well, for me, like I like school. That I didn't mind it at all.
Okay,
I didn't mind because it was. I mean, it's a job. You know what I mean? It's like a job.
Correct.
Because you wake up in the morning, you train 2 hours, then you go to class. So then you go to class, do all your classes in the day, then by 5, 6, and then you're back again training again soccer. So it's a whole, the whole day you're busy. So once you get a little bit of time, you're off. You got to go do your homework. You know, so whatever time you're off, you do your homework. So.
And is it the same thing as in you got to pass, you got to have good grades to play? Same, like the academic level is not lost.
It's very, it's still high. You still got to do your grades. You still got to learn. You still got to do all this because if you don't, then they'll kick you out.
Oh,
they'll be like
out of the playing soccer or just out of the whole school? Out of the
whole school, yeah. Oh, wow. Out of school because you have people not attending class. You got people that they just want to have fun.
Did people get kicked out while you were there?
Yeah.
The lack of discipline in the schoolwork or like partying too much or
both. Yeah, they were getting in trouble. Yeah, it's because you have a lot of loose time too. People they feel like they have free time and they can do whatever they want. You don't have your parents watching you. You don't have nobody watching you. Like, yeah, nobody's watching me. And then they fall into this, kind of like following the other people kind of deal, like, oh yeah, this is fun, let's go try it, or this is fun, let's go do it. And so that's when you start falling, grades fall, everything just starts falling, and then boom. Dang. So you got to watch out, who you hang out with, who you meet, and this.
Were you because I mean, growing up, we didn't really have that, like that the parents that would tell us like, hey, you're gonna encounter this, right? Like we don't have parents that went to college that did all these things, so they don't know like what to expect there because I mean they don't know.
They don't know. Yeah.
So did you have like an expectation when you were going like, hey, this is gonna happen? Like you're gonna have all these things that are gonna get in the way of your goals, right? It's just like you're gonna wing in however it is, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a big issue that we have, not just Hispanics, but in our generation before the internet or during the internet boom, like we had that, we didn't have those, I don't know if you would say resources tips, or like that awareness to be like, hey, you're going to face all these challenges. Be ready for them.
Be careful.
Because they're going to determine your future. If you mess up a whole semester, you're done. You're pretty much done forever. And then you have to work your ass off for the rest of your life, basically.
Yeah, being in so so I'm a first generation college. Like I was the first one to
Congrats.
So I was grateful. I was excited, It's exciting because you get to experience that. You don't know. Like you say, you don't know anything. You just go in there, you're like,
parents couldn't probably give you advice. They couldn't tell you
exactly. They don't know, they just brought me here like, hey, you make it the best.
Yeah,
I'm like, all
there
right,
you
cool.
go.
You're
we'll
already
do
here.
it.
You're already winning.
Yeah.
That's
You're
good.
already 10 times better
And-
than
Yeah.
they were.
And I like what you said. You came here and they're like, you got to make it the best,
Make
because
the
it falls
best,
on
man.
you,
Yeah.
right? So
Exactly.
as parents, I guess their job was to keep you safe and get you to a certain level. Pero de ahí, it's on you,
It's on me,
right?
yeah.
So if it's like he said, if you mess up and then you sit back now and you're like, man, I could have probably done better. Pero I
Exactly.
decided to party. I decided to hang out with these people instead of focusing with
On-
these guys
Yeah.
and staying there. So that school was mainly like a soccer school, or was it just like they were all around sports, and then you mainly hanged out with?
Yeah, they had other sports. They
Yeah.
had baseball. They had basketball, softball. When we were leaving, they were starting football.
Okay.
But yeah, and that's
So it was like starting.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was it was a junior college. You know, it's a small college, a
Mhm.
small town. But it started to grow. And
Where are they now? Do you know? Like, do you look back, follow their Facebook, like how
so
much
they
they've grown?
closed. Yeah.
Oh, they closed
They
down.
closed.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
I don't know what happened. I think it was the management side. They couldn't manage it well. When the football team started coming in, that's when everybody just.
Oh wow.
It was a lot.
That's
It was crazy. It was crime. It was police always at this campus. Yeah, it was
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
So, I mean, after that was like good thing I left because
Right.
it was out of control.
Right.
And you
Too
left.
many people.
And you left. Why did you leave?
It was because only 2 years. It's a
Oh,
junior
it's only
college.
2 years.
Yeah,
Junior college.
only
Yeah.
2 years. So
You
just
finished
two.
all of them, and then
Yeah,
and now
Move on.
you're working on your bachelor's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're at Sam
Mm.
taking part time.
Mm.
Part time.
awesome.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of
telling
work.
you,
But how do
yeah.
you feel? Well, right now it's really hard because you have a full-time job and doing everything. But how would you feel like if you were to start over from like an older age and not from 18, where you have all these temptations and all these, you
Man,
know,
it twice, probably 3 times as hard.
now?
I think it would have been a lot
Yeah.
harder, man. Because you got to think about you want to start a family. You want
Right.
to
Right.
start you want to get your house. You want to, you just try to get ahead.
Right.
And the more you try to get ahead, the more work it comes with it, Like, the people say, oh, yeah, you want to have all these toys, but they don't understand that it takes work, too. You got to
Right.
take care of them. You got to change the oil. You got to do this. So it's like, you got to really think about these
The
things. So
maintenance and everything.
you don't want to start too late, but, I mean, if you have to, then, hey,
Right.
so be it. But yeah, I try to educate myself as early as I could because I like school.
Right.
My brothers don't. They
Mm.
they finished high school and they were like,
They're
that's
like,
it,
I'm done.
Right.
That's it.
that's it. And so
What
everybody's different.
you're a middle child, a younger child,
So with my family, my mom had 2 marriages.
mhm.
She had 2 marriages. Her first marriage, she had four girls, and three guys.
Hmm.
So the second marriage was 3 of us, 3
Okay.
guys. And so I'm the middle of the 3 guys.
Okay.
But there's 7 of us,
Oh,
and
wow.
then, they're older. They're way older
All
than our
older.
all the
Oh.
girls. So
And the one
They're
younger
all
than you
married.
is how much younger than you?
the girl,
The youngest.
the
Who's it?
daughter.
Oh, it's a girl. The youngest.
No, my brother, the one you know,
Oh,
Carlos.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he's the
okay.
old, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did he
Then-
go to school? Did he? You say he
No,
didn't
no,
like
no.
school?
He graduated. He don't like it.
Okay.
He doesn't like it.
No.
No.
But he played too, no?
Yeah,
He didn't play college.
yeah. Only
Okay.
for 1 year, but he didn't like it.
Oh,
He only played like 1 semester. Yeah, maybe 1 semester, and he jailed.
Carlos was good. You
Yeah.
were good too, but Carlos was also
He
good.
just didn't like the school, man.
Mm.
Again, like
yeah.
you said,
Sometimes it's like a job, right? It's like a
Yeah,
good
it's-
job. You have
yeah.
to find good managers, good coaches, good teammates.
Exactly.
But some people, the very rare people, they don't care. Like if it's bad coaches, bad company, like they will excel
They'll
no
stay
matter
there, yeah.
what. Like
Correct.
they'll make it the best, and they'll also be the best that they can
Exactly.
without like anybody. Once somebody sees their potential, then they might take them out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like sometimes good coaches see the work that they do, and then they bring that athlete up the way Mike Tyson did. You know, Mike Tyson was just some random kid in
He
school,
was ordinary. Yeah.
ordinary, but the coach saw something in him, and then he developed him as an
Yeah.
athlete. And if it wasn't for that coach, he wouldn't be
He
anybody.
wouldn't be where he was at. That's right. That's crazy. So from there, you finished that, and then what was that? Where were you at after that? 2 years after you played, you learned a lot. Came back home.
Came
Came
back
back
home.
home.
Yeah. I
And-
came back home, and then I got a job. That's when I started working at
The car
car
wash.
wash?
Car wash.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were there for a while.
I was there for 7 years, some years. Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
But you were always moving. When I would go, you.
Yeah. So at first I started as the regular employee, just a vacuum in the bag, you know. Then I started learning every little process as they do. So
Because I think everybody starts there no vacuuming.
Yeah,
And then you
at
get
the
promoted to
back,
the front
and then
to
you get
start
promoted. Yeah.
get those tips.
And then you get those tips, and you get the details. Then you start learning how to detail and all that. So I went through all that. After I did that, I told him, "Hey man, look, I'm about to leave. Like I need a better position, or I'm leaving."
Mhm.
He's
Right.
like, "Oh no, don't leave. You know this and that," because he saw my potential. So I was like, "Look, I'm not here to play. I'm not here, you know, to waste nobody's time. You know?
Right,
I'm just
right.
here to do the job and go home."
Right.
And so he was like, "Okay, yeah." So they did, and they gave me a position. So
That's
then I
good.
was there for managing for 3 years, I think.
And what changes
3,
from that once you went into that management position? Because you still got to
A
know
lot.
everything.
A lot changes, man.
You got to
It's-
know.
yeah. Well, not your. How can I say it? Like everything changes from from you, and then everybody else as well. Like everybody sees you different on the outside. You know what I mean?
Correct.
They don't see you anymore as a kid, or they don't see you as
Coworker,
Yeah, as a
you're like-
coworker, they
right.
see you as somebody else now. Somebody up there. So that changed for me, and that kind of changed my personality too, because I saw everybody like not lower than me, but I just seen them different. Like,
Correct.
you know, I got to respect you differently.
Right. So, and the conversations change a little bit.
Exactly.
And what we do and playing around
How we treat
or
each
this
other,
or that.
yeah.
Correct. It changes.
It changes. So that kind of changed me a little bit, and kind of helped me boost my personality, which was good, you know, because I learned a lot. I learned from everybody. I learned from not only from my manager, but from people working around me and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, because when I was in Subway, I realized that change. And how old were you about when you were a manager? When you became
Man, I was 25,
25, and I'm sure your coworkers are probably older than you.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So learning that
Yeah.
That
aspect, like,
dynamic is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it changes.
and maybe were they there maybe longer than you also?
Yep.
Yeah,
So then it becomes
Yeah.
like, why him?
exactly.
And
Yeah,
sometimes even I guess rebellious would be the thing. Like,
Right.
like why should I listen to him?
They'll
Yeah.
challenge your authority.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
They're
how-
like, why is this kid trying to manage me? And yeah,
Right, like I've been here longer. I know
Exactly.
more. I
Yeah.
taught him. I showed him how to do this, and now he's gonna try to tell me.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
I
but
guess
the difference between somebody like, because I had the same experience. I worked at factories. I worked at other places where I became the
Yeah.
manager real quick. At like 21, 22, I was the manager of like 40, 50-year-old men, grown men that have families that do all these crazy
Mhm.
things. And they're like, the heck is this
Mhm.
kid
yeah.
trying to tell me what to do?
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not because you're gonna tell them what to do. It's because you know the process better,
Exactly.
and you know how to problem solve and make it more efficient than they do, because they don't see outside of their little
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
correct.
Exactly.
And it's not that you want to manage them; it's that you want to make the job better for everybody.
Exactly.
But they
Yeah.
don't understand
They
that.
don't understand that.
Correct.
And it's their lack of following. Like, they don't know how to follow that they don't know how to lead.
Mhm.
So to be a
Correct,
good leader,
correct.
you have to be a good follower.
Yeah.
So like, no matter who you are, even if you're a leader, you have to like be able to follow your superiors, right?
Yeah.
And the more you follow, the better a leader you will be.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. And I think that's why they stay in that position.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't see that. Sometimes people think it has to be just hard work.
Mhm.
That like I show up on time and I do what I'm told. But I feel like sometimes you have to think outside the circle. You wanted more, so you asked.
Mhm.
You weren't just kind of
Yeah.
waiting. Like, you waited maybe to a point, and you're like, hey, like, I'm at this point.
Yeah.
I need to reach the next
Yeah.
level. What do I need to do? And I'm willing to do it. And some people are just waiting for something. Someone just give them, an extra a handout or something. Well, that's good. That's good. And the main thing there would be, you could have been promoted and not be able to manage people, and then that would have been not good, or then you would have. So it's also understanding, like, you got to humble yourself down and say, okay, I can't talk to him aggressive.
Mhm.
I have to talk to him this way. I got to go around it to make him understand why I'm here and that I'm trying to help him. Like he said,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be your boss. I'm not trying to like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make your life easier, make my life easier, and
That's what it is.
let's just get the day rolling.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. Trying to make it easy on everybody, man. And that's what it was, man. Trying to reach the next level.
Right.
Just trying to get to the next level because I just felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like, you just wake up and go to work. Like, that's, I don't know. To
and
me,
as a manager, you were an employee first, right? Like I think we've all been through that employee phase, and then you're like, let's see if I can get better, or like they see a potential in you, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna apply for this role, and then you apply for it, and then you're like, okay, it's not that hard, right?
Yeah, right.
And I think anybody that's out there listening, if you're in that position, is just asking the right questions, right? Yeah. Like I'm sure you would ask your whoever was on top above you at the time, hey, what can I help you with? What can I do? Like, what are you doing? What is this? What is this paper you're looking at? Why are you looking at the hours like this? Oh, and then that gives you, so if you want to get to that next level, is asking the right questions, right? Not just waiting for somebody to come and say, hey, you want more money? Sure, let me give you more money. No, like, and I tell sometimes my employees that too, where I'm like, hey, show me, and then the money will come, or then I will see the potential. Don't expect a raise and then I'm going to do good, because I mean, I'm still very small business, and but it's mainly, and I'm sure corporations are the same way. Like, prove to me, show me, get here on time, do the extra step, be extra friendly, be extra, if you're supposed to, in the car wash, I guess, area, if you're supposed to clean it good, make sure it's actually well clean, well done, not just like algo rápido, because I worked there for 2 during high school. So, and sometimes it's just like, and I'll be like, I mean, it looks kind of, you can see some things, but they're like, hey, you're ready to go, let's go. Right. But so anybody that's listening, I would say just ask the right question. Ask your boss, your superior, what can I do, and go from there. So you went through management for a few more years, and why take the next step? You're good. I'm pretty sure you were getting paid pretty good. You're happy. You're a boss. Like, why? Why go to the next level?
So everything's fun. Everything's management. You're at the right position, right? You're like, oh, yeah, I'm up there making money, this and that. No, it is not like that.
No?
Nah.
Not bad.
It's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure. You got to deal with, so at the time I was dealing with like 30 employees. And then you got to deal with, we were doing about, we were doing between 800 to 1,000 cars a day.
A day?
A day, yeah.
I remember those numbers that they used to be like.
His brother his brother was a seller. He was a ticket seller.
Oh, and that's right. Yeah, that is right. Yes.
Yeah.
And he
so
said Ray would get free washes for Subway.
Yeah. So the numbers were insane. So you got to deal with 30 employees.
Right.
Another 30 customers complaining a day.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah.
And then you got your machinery that might go down.
Yes, that was another thing. Because once it stops, everybody, that like the whole line starts to.
Then you got everybody coming up to you. What happened? Da da da. So you gotta. It's a lot of stress, man. And then you got the money wise. You gotta take care of the money. If the money's not there, you're gone.
What happened? Where's it at? What's missing? Who's not counting right?
Yeah. So you got the safe. You got the keys. You got this. You got. I mean, it's a lot, and it's not enough money.
Is it all on the manager, or is it divided into departments? Because I feel like right now what you're telling me is there's a lot of different departments that there should be at least a lead for every department.
So no, not at the time at the store, not at that store. At the store is only 2. That's when we only had 2. We had the store manager and then we had the assistant manager. The store manager was the one in charge of the whole store. He would look at all the numbers and then he would order all the products, equipment, all that, everything that was needed.
So he would do maybe more office work.
Yes. Yes. And so he would leave me on the outside work. I would do the outside. I would take care of, the customers, employees, and breaks, all this stuff. And so I was taking care of the outside.
Okay.
But he would have 2 days off. And so those 2 days off, they were for me. Yeah. I was by myself.
Doing everything.
I was doing everything. Everything. And I was opening and closing.
That seems like that's what the problem was, is that there was a lack of distribution of the leadership roles.
A lot.
So there should have been like a leadership role in every station at least, so they could be responsible for their station.
And I try to stress that out, man. I tried, and I got one of my buddies. Man, it's funny because I got one of the one that we opened the business with, the one that I have now, Integrity, Jacob. I was pushing the store manager to get him to lead the back at least or something because I mean, like you said, the district. I mean, it was just
like you're going from
place.
Hey, the machine's down. Hey, there's a customer complaining. Hey, so and so didn't show up. Hey,
so my sister would go up there and she's like, "Why are you running? Why are you?"
I always saw you running.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I remember you always.
Everybody's always asking, "Why are you running?" Because I got some problem back there.
Right.
I got a problem over here. It was stressful, man. So I was like, man, look, we need to distribute the roles. Like, you need to have somebody in the back to lead, leave me in the front to lead, and at least have somebody in the detailing area to lead.
Right.
Because
and
it
could have been somebody from within that area. Just give them another $1 raise.
They didn't want to do that. That's the problem. Companies don't want to pay.
But
they don't want to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why they start losing, and that's why they don't see that. They
don't see the benefit in the efficiency that would provide,
and their numbers don't lie. The numbers were climbing.
Right.
You know, I mean, I was seeing the numbers myself every day. I would go in the office because I'm competitive.
Right.
I was competing. We were competing. Katie, you know, Katie was one of the biggest locations that they have.
Okay.
And so they had a lot of room, a lot of space, and so you know, Katie, it's big money.
Right.
And so we were competing with them, and man, we were doing awesome, man.
Yeah.
Second place, first place, second, first. So we were right there next.
As far as customers, as far as quality, or like just overall?
No, as far as like
sales.
Yeah, sales,
okay.
Money, and cars.
So the company wasn't like, hey, let's go ahead and give them more raise. Let's get them more managers. They were like, hey, they're doing good. Look at them. They're handling it. Hey, see, they're good.
Yeah. So get them a coffee. Go get them some donuts.
Right.
Yeah, I wish, man.
Nothing.
None of that, bro.
And that's why companies lose good people because of that. And I think companies, and even if you're in the management role, is keeping those people.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I think it also comes from being as an employee to being a manager, and then you become a business owner. Then you start. I remember when I was like this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
And do that. So, for instance, I have 2 employees, real good employees, always here. And I was like, hey, you guys should take a little trip or something. No. I got to work, boss. I got to work. I'm trying to save money, blah, blah, blah. So I remember when I used to work a lot, right? And I was trying to save money. And I was like, hey, if that's the issue, I'll pay you your 2 days. Go. I'll still give you the hours. Really? Why? Because I remembered when I was hoping I can go with the weekends with the boys or with the friends, or it's the summertime, spring break, I want to go out, but I'm too busy. I got to pay bills or I'm trying to save. So I think offering that, and if companies would focus more on things like that, I think they would be able to keep good people like you. And there was another guy, he used to be the assistant manager too. He used to drive like a little Explorer, un güerito. También I would always see both of you guys just
Rey, little
me.
Güerito, you're short, like
yeah,
bald headed.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
His name is Rey. Yeah.
Okay. Is he still there?
Nah.
So So I remember the hurricane happened. Everything fell, right? The whole shebang fell. The whole.
Nice.
I was gone by then.
Oh yeah. There was like a hurricane, and then the whole thing fell, and I was like, "What?"
Man, let me tell you a funny story about that, bro. So I was looking at that. I was managing. I was already managing at the time, and I was looking at because I was there no matter what, rain, shine, snow, whatever. I had to be there. So I was there. So one day, it was pouring, and I was like, I pulled up, man, doing whatever I got to do. I'm bored, and then I go outside and I'm looking at the water just gushing out the bottom. I was like, what the heck? I mean, the bottom of the post, they had some big old holes at the bottom like that. And I was like, that doesn't look right, you know, because I mean, if something happens, that's gonna fall.
That's gonna fall.
So I was like, hey, I told my store manager, hey man, have you ever looked at that canopy out there? Like, y'all need to maybe fix it or change it or something. No, it's fine. All right, fine with me. Man, like a year later, one little storm. It wasn't even like it was just one wind, hard wind.
Picked it up.
The whole thing.
Yeah, hit 4 cars, 5 cars, landed right on top.
Dang.
There had been several things like that, like that.
Yeah.
There was several things that cost a lot of liability.
A
that
lot.
Probably could have been avoided,
Yeah.
if there was like a position of somebody doing like the
Yeah.
maintenance.
But they don't want to spend money, man. That's the problem
Yeah.
with these people. They don't want to spend money. They want to make money, make, and it's when they get hit, they're
Then
gonna get
it's
hit
like,
hard.
dang,
Yeah.
should have.
All that money that they made, it's gone.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense. So I mean, it's everybody's owner, different. Everybody's
Correct.
different. So
Everybody
that's the best part of owning a business. You get to do your schedule, your how you want to run it, how you want to pay, all this stuff. You get to call the shots. And
Correct.
as growing up and as working out there in the customer service, you learn a lot from business owners and people. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be like this. I want to be like this. So you start learning little things like that. So that's what makes it nice. Now that you have.
Do you
get to
think?
make your own.
Do you think that all the experience you had at the car wash, and other experiences that you had, do they make you the person you are today in terms of a business owner? Like,
Yeah.
did they mold you and shape you and know
Yeah.
like what to do and what not to do and how to lead?
Yeah.
Right, like that itself was an education that no school could have given you.
Correct.
Exactly.
So like if all these people that are still in jobs and still an employee like that, you need to learn how to like follow and lead and be a leader if you're in a management position.
Right.
That way, if you ever have a business, like you have that experience that no college is going to give you.
Right.
And
Right.
I think that's the difference, because the college will give you the books, the numbers, the strategies, do this. But once you're there physically talking to employees, dealing with issues, dealing with
Mhm.
customers, some customers you got to hit them. Not hit them. Don't hit your customers. Some customers you got to get them from the angle of like some nicer, politer. Sure,
Yeah.
yes. Even though a lot of times you probably knew that it wasn't your employee, or it wasn't your machine that scratched it, or it wasn't certain
Exactly.
things. Because that's one of the things I remember. They would come out and, hey, my car didn't have this scratch. But I think before they would put like a mark, or they would put notes or
Mhm.
something once before it went in, and then it would come. And then I stopped. I remember the tall guy, real tall
Yeah,
guy.
he's still there. Yeah.
Oh, he's still
Yeah.
okay. And he would come
Danny,
out.
yeah.
And
So
he
they
would,
changed names, they changed companies they sold or that
Mhm.
somebody bought them.
Man, it took forever for
Yeah.
that to happen. I was there. When I was there, they had changed the name. And it was already sparkling image or whatever. I had all the gear already, but none of the signs were changed. I was like, okay, so when is this gonna happen?
That
Well,
takes a lot. That takes a
Yeah.
lot of money.
yeah.
Like
So
in branding, signage is the most expensive thing that you're gonna buy
Mhm.
beyond the brand itself. If you
Yeah.
think of McDonald's, if they change the name, how much is it gonna cost them to change it
and it's not just
Everything.
one location.
worldwide?
Yeah.
It's like I think it's like
Cups,
100,000 locations.
bags,
Yeah.
Exactly.
everything.
Everything changes.
Yeah,
And
so even in a small business, like it's really hard. And even in a medium-sized business, it's really hard to change
Yeah.
everything from the. Even some like Taco Bell still have like I don't know if you go to like old towns. Like if you go to
Yeah.
old towns, they still have like the old McDonald's, or they have like the old Burger King, or
Yeah.
they have like old Taco Bell, because those are owned by people, and you can buy your own franchise.
Right.
And it's your job to change the signs, and sometimes in
They don't
small
have the
towns they don't
income,
have
yeah.
that income. Yeah.
Correct. They're barely
Or
getting
even the
paid.
sources, you got to get it from another town, and
Mhm.
it's gonna take more money.
Yeah. So that's probably what happened there too.
Yeah.
So
But-
at what point did you make that change? You're like, you know what? I like this. It's very stressful. I think it's best.
I don't think you liked it.
What did I mean? You still like the job?
No, I-
to a point you still
I
like
love,
it.
man. I love managing,
Love it.
man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love doing it. I
Mm.
mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't even know how I got into it, but it just happened. You know what I mean? You just work, and then you're like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do
Mm.
something better, or
Right.
I want to do more. You know?
Right.
So
Right.
that's,
Right.
That's how it was, and that's how it's always been. Like, you just keep going, and I like managing, and
Yeah.
I think I'll probably retire as a manager.
Mm.
You know?
But-
Yeah, I like the way. I mean, I was a manager for a long time.
You were a manager.
Yeah, so I was a manager at a factory, and then I was we don't call it a manager. We called it a leader.
Super. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Were you very strict there as well?
yeah,
Extremely.
extremely.
Like everything
yeah.
had to be perfect,
point.
look right, like this, like.
Yeah,
Same.
but I was taught by somebody that was 10 times more strict than I was. So whenever you're taught or mentored by
Mhm.
somebody that is just beyond anything that I mean, not that you can be like that, but if you have good mentorship, like that's the difference between you and somebody else. Like, you know, the way, like we said, like Mike Tyson had that mentorship.
Correct.
Like anybody that is anybody, like even Trunks, right? He had like a good mentor.
He did.
Goku had a good mentor.
Yeah.
So it's like those mentors that teach you the way that they do, like that reflects on you.
Correct.
Other than
And,
that,
but you also got to be able to pull certain things from them.
yeah, you're not gonna be them because at the end of the day, you have other perspectives.
Right.
Mhm.
And then
But,
just taking that to the
mentality.
next level, or picking and choosing
Right.
what you
yeah.
wanna
Mhm.
what you wanna learn.
Yeah, because some stuff you don't you really hate that they do. Like some stuff like
Exactly.
you just can't stand.
Stand,
so you
yeah.
just like anything that your father would teach you. Like you take everything that he taught you, but some things you're like, I'm never gonna do that, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Same thing. Well, and I agree with what you said. Sometimes you just love what you do so much. So when I was at Subway, it was like I hated the smell of the sandwiches.
Dude,
I
I
hate
love
it.
that smell. I walk in.
Yeah, until you smell like that, and your car smells
Yeah.
like that, your house
Yeah.
smells like that,
Yes.
everything smells like that. Like literally, if I had a company car, so anytime I would get in a different car and then I would get back in my car, I'd be like, damn, this freaking smells like. It'll be
Subway,
Sunday.
yeah.
I'm like,
I
I'm
used
off.
I used to work at a mulch factory,
Oh man.
so don't even talk about smell.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, and then I don't know. Well, I think still the McDonald's smell is a lot worse. I worked
Yeah.
at
I
McDonald's.
worked at McDonald's. Too.
Yeah, that smells even worse.
Yeah.
But it comes to a point where I used to be told that I would dream about me screaming at the managers, or dream about like certain, like if I was still at work. So when you said earlier that it was just too much to handle for the pay that they give you, I went from that, and then I went straight into I left Subway, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start my own little gig. I went into construction, right? I went the first day in the sun trying to get leads. I was the happiest.
That boy quit.
Yeah, I quit. I gave him I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. But and a lot of people tell me, Ray, you had a cell phone page, you had a company car, you know, you had a laptop, you had everything. Like, you know, you had a good wage, you had everything. Like, why?
It's not enough.
And it's just at some point I'm like, man, it's just too much, man. I mean, I had 12 stores,
Yeah.
you know, like probably 70 employees, and it's like, and the thing is, when the employee doesn't show up, the manager has to cover. But when the manager doesn't cover, then I have to go to the store, and I don't want to be at a store for 8 hours making sandwiches, you know, not because I'm better or whatever, but it's just like I don't want to do that no more, like, you know. So I get what you're saying when you're like, you know what, I'm done, and people are like, Ray, you're really doing construction now in the sun? Hey, I'm happy, man. No one, like, I'm not getting calls.
Yeah.
No one's ringing up my phone. Somebody didn't show up on my day off. They're not calling me. Like, if I work, I work. If you don't know. So then you did that transition, and how was that?
Man, I quit.
Just straight up,
I
hey,
quit.
here's
Yeah,
your
it's
rags
just
and
tough, man.
your
But
keys.
I don't think it's the work. You know, it's not the
It's
work.
not,
Like the
man.
work is always easy. It's
Yeah.
it's the management, and not the management like the people, but the process in which how they operate.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
You get to a point where you start managing, and then you start seeing all the pitfalls and all the
Yeah.
holes, and then you ask for like, hey, based on my experience, because I've been on this floor, like this is a solution that we should think about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even think about
They're
it.
like, nah. Él no
So
sabe.
yeah, let me tell you a quick little story. When I was working as an employee, I was detailing or whatever. I would get lunch at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, from 8 a.m.
To
to
3.
4.
Dang.
And I was like, why do I have to go through this? You know, why do I have to wait for somebody to come tell me to eat lunch till 4 and I'm hungry at 12? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm over here working, like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
What time
So
were
that
you eating
kinda-
as a manager?
I was eating at 12.
As a manager?
At 12.
Hey, I don't care what's going
Yeah.
on.
Because you see like little glitches and stuff like that. You're like, man, that doesn't work right. You're like, that's not right. Everybody's eating at 4, and then you get out at 6. Like,
Get home for dinner, you're already full.
come on, man. Like,
Right.
people need to eat like after 3-4 hours of work outside. Like, you get hungry. You know what I mean?
Correct,
You're losing
correct.
too many calories. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna change that when I get into management. So I did, man. As soon as I got in, I was like, look, everybody's gonna go eat at 12, and that's it. So
Wow.
as soon as
You shut down the line or what?
no. So what happens is,
Close it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, so what happens is you get
Or close
you get early birds, like you get like 10 people early at like 7:30
Mm-hmm.
that open up, they get ready, they get everything prepped. Then you get those at 8:30. They start collecting in like at 9, stuff like that. Then you get the late ones, the one that don't want to work.
Right.
They're like
right.
part-timers. So
Mhm.
I'll show up whenever I want to show up.
Correct.
That's me.
Yeah, so the ones that were there early, like they would go on break, lunch. First time, boom, 12 o'clock, go on
okay.
break.
So you had like a little system.
Yeah,
Bet
so I
that's
built my system.
because
yeah.
you knew how it felt.
Exactly.
Correct.
You knew
Exactly.
how it works. As
And
well.
how it worked as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was like, nah, we can't be doing that, man. So
Is that when everybody finally started respecting you and they're like, all right, this guy,
Yeah.
he's the one.
yeah,
the
kind of, man. Yeah, kind of. I had to earn it, man, but
Yeah,
kind
it takes
of.
a
Yeah.
while.
It takes a little bit. Yeah.
They still don't respect you in terms of
Mhm.
like see you as somebody.
You're a child.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what they see.
But-
Mhm.
Hey, you gotta tough it out, man. Tough it out and have like a higher or como te digo, like a stronger attitude.
yeah,
Correct. There you
Strong
go.
attitude.
And
you know?
and stay
Character,
firm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stay
and
firm.
Stay
to
firm.
your
Because once you
belief,
start
yeah.
letting them like, okay,
Slide, yeah.
then they're just gonna keep. It's
Exactly.
like a child.
Exactly.
They're like they're children. I mean,
exactly.
I used to tell people like, yeah, these are my kids. Like my managers are like the older kids, and the employees are like the toddlers. Like no.
That's how
silent.
they
And
act,
then,
man.
and then sometimes they'll like just and also I think being a good listener. Now I think about it. Sometimes they'll just yap and like talk. I'm like, sure, yep, okay,
Yeah.
got it, okay, cool, got it. And then like, pero como empleado, you feel like you let it out. So you're like, oh, okay, he listened to me. All right, I
But
can
as
do-
an employee, you
I
also
like him.
you also, I mean, everybody. I mean, we've been employees. You try to manipulate the
Oh, yeah.
system as well. Like you try to take advantage of the loopholes, whether it's like slacking off in the restroom or like whether it's like. Why are you looking at me like that?
Go ahead.
Or like just like clocking in when you should
Early, yeah.
early or
like-
you know those little things. And then whenever
Yeah.
you're a manager, like you know all these things. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And it's
Yeah.
like being a parent as well. It's like I know what you're doing.
I know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would always catch people smoking on the side of the building because there's no
Mhm.
smoking allowed.
Mhm.
You know.
But
And
you
so-
already knew.
Yeah, I already knew. So I would walk around the building, look.
They're like,
Like,
damn, we gotta find a new
Yeah.
Like
spot.
last week you were with us.
Yeah.
Last year you were right here smoking with us. Now you're telling
have
us
a
nothing.
selfie with
Yeah,
you. We
they
have a-
sign like we make them sign. You know, you made them sign everything. No smoking. Da,
Right,
da, da,
right,
you
right.
ain't gonna do all this. And,
Right.
no, still, like little kids go around the building
Mm.
smoking.
Smoke.
So you had to tell them go home or do something.
Mhm.
Oh, you send them home right away.
Yeah.
And it's just part of the
have to,
job
man.
because, like I said before, when you were an employee, like you just let that slide, or you didn't care, or you were
Yeah.
part of it. But now that you're a manager, like now you have to, like it's your job.
Because then
Force it.
you're
You
gonna
have to
get-
force it.
Then
Get
you're
fired.
gonna, then they're gonna come looking at you. Was there district managers? Someone
Mhm.
still you reported above?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they will come around at random.
Surprise.
Yeah, like hey, we're here.
They would catch you right there smoking with them.
Nah, I'd be like, nah, come on in.
Come on.
Yeah, come on in. Check
And
the
the-
numbers. Look
Does
everything
that
over.
take your pressure to the next level? Once the supervisor's there, like now your boss is looking at everything, and you're looking at employees like, hey, stop, don't do that. Hey, don't. Like,
Man, you know,
your
I
anxiety or whatever.
no, I saw it different. I saw it different because I was never afraid of people like above me or stuff like that. Because when you're doing your job or you're doing what you're supposed to, there's no, they can
Right.
be there all day if they want
Right.
to. You know?
You're gonna keep
I'm
running
still,
around.
yeah, I'm still doing my
You're gonna
work.
keep running around the whole building.
Yeah, I'm still doing
putting
my
out
job.
fires.
That's a work ethic that you
Yeah.
have to build. And
Yeah.
then so I guess we can transition into now that you're running a small business, like all those things that you've learned, do you apply those? Like, do you apply like the scheduling, the lunches,
So
like-
yeah,
like
Yeah.
the way you order your stuff, the way you schedule things? Like, what's the difference between managing, let's say, a car wash and managing your detail service? Like, is there what would you say the biggest difference?
freedom.
Your freedom, like to schedule whatever you want.
Freedom.
Oof. See,
Mm.
that-
It's just freedom,
freedom.
man.
That's the word for me, too. Because the money's good,
Yeah.
right? But it's just like, hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna do a podcast.
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna
it's just
take
the
any
freedom,
calls.
man. It's the freedom where you can call your shots, make your
Mhm.
schedule, eat whenever you're hungry. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat.
I mean, right now.
You don't have somebody behind you telling you, hey, have you done this? Hey, have
Right.
you? Hey, you know, because it's constant, man.
Mm.
They're constantly on you saying this. Hey, go check on this, and then you've already done it. You've
Right.
already done it. You know, it's already been done. And then, are you sure? Go check again.
Go check again. But
It's annoying.
so
you
do
know?
you feel like as an owner now, your business or your employees or your customers, you treat them at a higher level, or maybe at the level that you were doing before because you have good work ethic, but now you're
Yeah.
like, now I can do certain things that I wanted to do over there.
Yeah.
Right now
Yeah.
I can work better plans, I can do better deals, I can do
Mm,
whatever.
Exactly. Use better chemicals.
Chem-
Use all that.
Cause
A little bit better. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense because you knew
Yeah.
that like this is a good chemical, but this is like a
Yeah.
high end car, so it needs even the next level up
Right.
of products
Detail,
and
yeah.
things like that.
Mm.
And why not? So I'm guessing you use high level products.
Yeah, I try to, man. I'm still learning. You always learn every single day. Try to learn, something new. Try to
Yeah.
learn new product. try to
products
learn-
always come
yeah.
out.
But why
Try to
do you
stay on
use high end
top.
products? Why not just like something that's just gonna clean the car?
Because customers need it.
I mean,
They-
they need a car clean. That's all they need.
They need. Everybody deserves a high service.
I like that. Deserves.
Everybody. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you're paying $2, $3,
No matter if it's a
$4.
1995
no
Honda
matter.
Civic.
Yeah, you still got to give them that high end service.
99, sir.
Oh,
99.
99.
99.
Yeah, you just got to give them
But
the
they
best.
don't know. But they're not gonna know.
They'll know.
They'll know.
They'll know. They're like, oh.
I mean,
man.
they're gonna come
You know
out.
how? You know how I know they know?
How?
Because they call back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What do they say?
Consistency.
Oh, call back as in to keep.
Yeah, keep
bringing-
coming
right.
back. Like, hey, come do it again.
But
Like,
if
you
I don't
but
know, I'm just like, hey, the car looks clean. Appreciate it. Looks good. Thank you.
I don't know.
But you
It's
know.
just what I know.
Yeah,
You-
and
it's the
and
thing
it's
that
I think
pride
that's
that
the-
they
that's the
have,
difference.
that I'm the
pride,
one
that
that's
pr-
doing-
that
Yeah.
it's like, this is your job, this is what you're doing in your life, this is what you've chosen, your path. It could be anything. Like, you have to develop that craft. You have to develop that craft, and that could be, having the best products, having the best techniques,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
trying to do the best quality that you can, best customer service. That's a craft that you have to develop, and that's with any industry. And that's the difference between good companies and like companies that
Yeah.
just want to do something quick.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah. And so, the reason that I know too is because I spent a lot of time detailing cars, So I went from, after I quit them, I went to another car wash. It's called Car Butler. I don't know I think they're still around. Car Butler. And I worked there for 2 years. I think.
Management.
Yeah. So I learned their process, and then I jumped into management. I was like, all right, cool. All right, let's try this. And so it was a one person deal. Like, only one person, you do everything. It's like owning it. It's like you were pretty much the owner.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you welcome the customer, you take their order, you get their keys. And so it was a parking lot. It was at a parking lot. I don't know, the two towers in the Woodlands. You know the two towers in the Woodlands? They're right there on
Oh,
the
okay,
waterway.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a parking lot right in between.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where the company is located. And I think it was like the 12th floor, something like that. And so we would, ask them what they wanted and whatever. And then we would pick up their car, drive it up, and then wash it and detail it or whatever. And then I would drop their keys down at the bottom with the receptionist, and then they would pick it up, and you go home. So it was cool, man. It was fun.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. And I learned a lot, too. I learned, like, other things to get me to where I'm at. Like, just a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like, the chamois to dry the car, stuff like that, like, even the keypads to swipe and, little programs that I was like, oh, maybe I can use this.
Right, because at the car wash, you would just get tickets and then you would
Yeah.
just print them out on an old school.
Yeah. Or just, everything was mobile. So it's like,
Right.
maybe I can try this, So I learned a lot. And so they even had a trailer up there, like the one that I had, but a smaller. And it was the whole setup, like the whole tank and everything. I was like, okay.
This guy taking
You're
notes.
taking notes.
Yeah, I was,
taking notes.
I was learning. I was like,
That's-
hey,
Yeah.
I've never seen this before,
Right. Right, because that's the difference between like a big industry that has all the processes. Like, that's a lot of money to start. Like,
Exactly,
if somebody
you're
wanted
like,
to do their own car wash, like, you'd have to
There's no
invest
way.
like millions of dollars into the
Exactly.
whole property, into the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now you move into such a smaller scale, you see the money that it's generating, like for the company and for you as
And
an
for you,
employee.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this isn't as far as a stretch. Like if I can scale this down to, let's say, even a smaller scale, that's
Yeah.
something that I could do on my own.
Exactly.
The numbers are going to be like, okay, this amount is going to cover my paycheck.
Exactly.
That's going to be enough for me to
For
just
me.
get rid of
Exactly.
these people.
Exactly. So that's what I was learning. I was like, well, that's exactly how it works. It's like if you make this much, then you're gonna get paid this much. So I was
Mhm.
like, well, shoot, I'm making like 700 a day, and I'm only getting like not even a quarter of it. I was like,
Right.
why? What am I doing?
What the-
Right.
You
There's
know?
something.
Yeah,
greater.
but it was good money. Like
Right.
I was getting like 750 a week.
Mm.
So yeah, about 750. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
750 a week.
That's the thing that mentality, like, wait, like, not that it's wrong or anything, but like, why am I only getting paid this much? It's like, well, you didn't put in the $50,000 trailer.
Correct.
You didn't put in the $5,000 tank.
Yeah.
Preach.
You didn't do the whole
Preach.
thing. That's why you're
Mhm.
not getting paid that much.
Yeah.
Do it, and then you'll get paid that much.
Yeah.
Correct.
But right now, you're just running it.
And so,
Yeah.
and you know, it's funny because a lot of people see it that way. Like, especially when they know what it costs, and then now they start. Now you're the bad guy as the owner or the manager. Like, man, I'm doing all
Yeah.
the work, and you're getting this much, and then the company's getting this much.
Mm-hmm.
What the
Right.
heck? But you did it right. You took notes, and then you're like, all right, now it's my turn.
Yeah. So no, what happened was, I was there for 2 years and everything was fine. Everything was gravy. I mean, we were making money, and then COVID hit. Yeah, COVID hit, and then everybody had to go home. Like they sent everybody at it's called Anadarko. At Anadarko,
yes,
had to
yeah,
go
that's
home. Yeah,
yeah.
everybody was from the offices. Everybody.
Gone.
So I didn't have nobody to take care of, no cars to wash, no business. So I was laid off. So I was like, hey, you're gonna have to go to unemployment and this and that. I was like, what? I've
What
never
is
done
that?
this. Yeah,
What
I've never.
is that?
What
What
is
is that?
unemployment?
Right.
So I was forced to. I was like, man, all right. Well, whatever, you know.
What do you mean they're gonna give me free money?
That's what they said. And I was like,
That's what they
yeah.
said.
So I applied. I did. I was like, I
Gotcha.
applied, and I started. You know, the checks started coming in. I was like, oh snap! I need to do something with this money.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I need to do something. Like it was a lot of money, man. Like
Why? But why? Why not just you're comfortable? Just stay home.
nah, man.
That's
not.
mentality. That's
that-
the difference.
that's- yeah.
But it's so much easier.
Nah, I
Easy.
don't like easy.
There you go.
Nobody. Yeah, I don't. I just never.
Good things don't come when
Yeah.
things are easy.
I've never been. You know, our family's never been like that. Never easy. So I was like, man, I need to do something with this money.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like $4,000 or $5,000. So I was like, man, I need it. So then my head just turned into car butler and then mobile detailing, and I was like, well, shoot, I know how to mobile detail. I know how to get all my resources. I know where to get them all. I was like, man, let's just do it.
Nice.
And then my buddy Jacob, he was laid off too. Yeah, he was laid off at the time. I think I don't know what had happened with. And so I knew I couldn't do it by myself
Right.
because it's a lot of work, you know. And so I was like, hey man, you want to open up?
Let's
He's
do it.
like, yeah, I'm down. He's like, I know somebody who's got a trailer for sale. As a matter of fact, da da da.
Mm.
I was like, sweet man. I said, look. And it was funny because me and my lady were talking. I was like, hey, you need a new car, you know, because your car is already like 300,000 miles, you know. Yeah, I was like, you know, I'm always thinking ahead. So I'm like, hey, I don't want her to break down. So what we did was when she got her income, we bought her a car, cash car.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, get your car, cash card, low miles, just a little better. So she was happy. And so we left the 4Runner sitting. And we're just sitting there. I'm like, man. So me and Jacob, I was like, hey, Jacob, I got a 4Runner and you got your buddy's trailer. I was like,
Right.
hey, you want to call him and tell him they want to sell it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, let's go. So he called him, man, and yeah, it fell through. He's like, let's go get it. So pulled the 4Runner, went to go get it, and that's how we started.
Nice.
We started, got all the equipment, everything together, what we needed, man. Yeah.
What was more expensive, the equipment or the trailer? What would you say that, like, what would you need to, like, start something? Like, you would say, like, a couple, maybe
Maybe a
8,000,
trailer. Yeah,
around
but
that much.
yeah, between 5 and 10. If you wanted everything new, 5 and 10. If you want to use, man, probably like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gambling, but you know,
But I'm sure at this level, what you've been doing this for how long now? 2 years?
Yeah,
About 2 years now.
2
after
years.
COVID?
Yeah,
And then, but each time you keep getting better because you know what you need.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
ins and
You know the
outs.
quality you knew, and
Exactly.
I think that was a good angle to hit it at because you were knowledgeable. You didn't just go into a blind industry.
yeah.
You knew. I love it. I love managing. I love customer service, and I love what I was doing.
Exactly.
So
I love being outside.
there you go. So let's go ahead and do it. Get it
Yeah.
done.
You still love it right now?
I do, man.
you
Right now
sure?
that
I
it's so
do.
hot.
I do, man.
It-
I do.
But it's that passion.
I
Yeah.
do. It's my mom. It was funny because my mom thought I was gonna be a mechanic. I always worked with cars because I was a kid. I was playing with cars. I was making I built my own roads and
Right.
everything, man. I had
Mhm.
all these little cars and she's like, well, maybe he's gonna be a mechanic.
He can fix our cars.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. So I'm still working with cars. So I'm like,
It's just a different.
you know,
Different.
And I mean the Woodlands. Did you like? Was there a different type of customer than Conroe? Would you say
yeah.
like the
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's
because
that's a hard question.
because I mean, yeah, you have a lot more people educated in the Woodlands, man. I mean, we're making that transition. I think we're getting better.
yeah?
I mean,
because we're close to Lake Conroe and like the Bentwater area where it's like
We're stuck in the middle.
their incomes. I mean, of course,
Mhm.
they're way
it's
higher.
growing. Yeah,
And I would hear stories like, oh, this car came in, and it's like, oh, this like Bentley came in, or like this type of
Yeah.
car came in. But
Mhm.
in the Woodlands, would you see that a lot more? Like, I'm a car guy, and I like to see those
Who would
cars.
tell you all these cars?
Who would tell me? My brother.
Have you seen any pictures? Look, bro,
Nah.
look what pulled up.
Nah, I don't need pictures.
I believe it.
Yeah, only his.
I can
Only his
imagine
word.
them. I can imagine.
Nah, there was some nice cars pulling in there. Yeah,
Especially on the Darko.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I like. I've never been inside, but I could imagine like that
Yeah.
area, which is always like.
yeah, there were some nice cars, man. Vipers, Corvettes, Porsches. I mean, there was some.
Everything.
Would you
Clean
extra
Porsche.
careful with those, or
Yeah.
You have to.
They're super clean, man. I mean, like no scratches, no dents.
That's crazy how
On-
they
on
can
'em.
keep them that way. Like, I was in Austin for a conference, and one of the Ferraris had, I think it was like a $20,000 wrap to protect it from scratches.
With a clear coat.
Kind of like this, right?
Like clear.
Yeah,
yeah.
like plastic PPF.
Yeah, and he would scratch it with his key and
And
nothing.
nothing, yeah.
Headlights, everything. He would just go crazy on them, and it wouldn't do anything to it.
Yeah, you can go crazy.
But
in,
at that
in the
level,
industry, man.
you
Yeah,
have to. Or
Right.
you have those funds, or you have that
Yeah.
passion to be able to.
yeah.
So-
You can take it to a high level in the car wash, not just soap and water and dry. You know, you can just
Oh, it's not just that simple.
you can do like wraps. You can do, I mean, just anything, like correction or, what is it? The little
Dentless
chips.
repair.
Yeah, just damage repair, all that.
All
It's
that.
just a lot.
So it's
It's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of-
more stuff you can add to it. And is
And
that
I'm trying
things
to
that you're
learn.
doing to continuously grow your business?
Yeah, my head is constantly working,
Just
thinking of
growing.
seeing what I want to do next or what I want to add to it.
Because you
know?
continue, because you love it so much, and you still want to continue to grow and provide and like
Yeah,
better. Like I was good last week, or last
Mhm.
month, but now my business needs to be here. And I was
yeah,
good last year, but now we need to get here.
yeah.
What's the best car or the most expensive car you've done as a business owner?
I'm on a Bentley, maybe a Bentley. But there's boats too, man. You got boats and yachts and
Oh yeah,
stuff
those
like
are
that.
super
Yeah.
expensive.
You got. I mean, I
Yeah.
did a. We were at the marina one day because I have a customer every 2 weeks on a boat, and so they park it at the marina, and we're just walking around. You know, me and my guys walking, looking around the boats, and like, oh yeah, this one's nice, man. We saw a nice boat in there. I was like, oh my god, it's super nice, AC, windows. I mean, just like a car,
It's a house. It's a house
Yeah.
and a car, yeah.
a house and a car. They put the windows down. I mean, the radio crank. I mean, it was just, oh my god. And then he became one of my customers.
Oh, there you go.
So it's a lot of money out there.
And where'd
People
you learn?
spend.
How do you go from cars to boats? Where'd you learn? Or just
Did you have to learn anything different?
A little bit. Yeah.
certain
little
things
bit.
You can get wet. You can get
Yeah.
wet covering certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Like-
know with boats you have to wash them like you
Mhm.
said every 2 weeks. If not, there's like a buildup of something that
Yeah,
that
bugs,
happens.
man. Oh
Yeah.
my God, boys are ugly, and the birds, a lot
Birds?
of bird crap. They
Bird
crap
poop.
on it, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
they sit up there, and so it's
Yeah, boats. They say it's like the one of the biggest maintenance things you could
Yeah.
buy is boats.
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard
People spend a lot of money.
The best
man.
time to have a boat is when you get it, when you buy it, and when you sell it. That's probably the best time, because in between it's just so expensive and so tedious
Yeah,
to keep up with it and really
Right?
Yeah.
like
But if you have the money, like people don't care.
they don't care, man.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, when the one that the guy, our customer, he's always got his mechanic out there. He's checking his boat and see how. I'm
Checking
like,
it.
how much is he paying this guy? You know.
But that's again probably also the passion. The guy likes his boat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what
He takes
what
care
you
of
do
it,
with
yeah.
your cars or what you do with your cameras, like really take care of them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's over there somewhere.
So there's
Don't
someone
tell him,
in
man.
the
He's already
corner.
looking for his
He said,
equipment.
Where's my camera? Well, that's good. So what's the next level for you? Like, what are you working on, or what's what's your end goal? Like, you want 3 different trailers? You want what?
Oh, man.
Is it endless? Is it you?
So the opportunities are endless now, man. I mean, you can go any route. You know, you can go from not having a mobile anymore to a location, from like
Have
you
you
said,
thought about
having
that?
3 trailers. Yeah, we thought about all the options. You know, you just constantly working, thinking to see what you can do. You know, how to get better, how to get a little bit more income, not only for yourself, but you know, for the people that are with you,
Right.
that you know, helping you get there. So it's a lot of work in process. But yeah, we're thinking. I mean, I'm just two years in.
Right.
Right.
I feel like I'm.
They say it takes 3 years to really know if a business
Exactly.
is going to be
Successful or
yeah.
not, yeah.
And I would define successful by like being able to run and operate throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
Without any I mean, you're gonna have dips, but
Right.
like
Exactly.
in those dips, you can find a different market, right? In the winter, do something else, or in
Mhm.
the like how that guy was saying.
Yeah.
In the summer, paint the grass. In the winter, paint the grass. In between, water the grass.
Right.
Yeah.
Understanding the industry and really what you can do with it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's endless, man. We're still thinking.
You're just
Right now, you just
Yeah.
have one trailer.
Really. Yeah.
One trailer.
Yeah. I want to upgrade it. I want to get like a newer
Is
one.
that the first one from the beginning?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
the
is it?
first one. Yeah.
Dang.
It's
You
been
gonna
beat
get
up a
rid of
little
it?
bit.
right.
It's been beat up because I've been learning. You know, you learn how to drive. So, you know, everything's a learning process.
Yeah.
You know, you're not out there every day, or I wasn't out there every day with a trailer. So
Right.
now I am. So, but now it's
Yeah.
now it's
Well,
easy though.
There it is.
Yeah,
Now
even
you're
when-
in and out.
Yeah,
But
even
the-
when I got the new truck, I even put a scratch on the side.
Ooh, dang. But you
I
learn.
had to get it out.
Yeah,
of the
now
way.
you drive up here and you just.
Yeah, I know. Now
I'm
I make a
dang,
U.
look at
Yeah.
the U-turns. That's
Yeah.
good, man. That's good that you're learning and you took all your experience, and you were able to go to that level. You didn't just stay where it felt comfortable
Yeah.
or where it felt nice, or you want more, and you want more for you, I'm sure, and for your kids and for your wife and
Yeah.
for your family, and
Yeah.
continuously like, hey, we can pay the bills now, but I still want more. I
Yeah.
still want more.
And
I still
that-
want to provide more. I want to
And that's
give
the
more.
thing. Yeah, it's not just about me or my business, or you know, it's about who's with you. You know,
Right.
who's coming with you too. You know, like I gotta take care of these people too. Like I got a child on the way. I got a
That's
baby
true.
boy. Yeah.
Congrats,
So
congrats.
all that comes into play. It's not just work, money, work.
Yeah, it's not all about work,
yeah.
money,
You have-
money, work, money, money.
Why are you
Work.
looking at me like
No,
that?
I'm looking at the pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
You gotta enjoy your freedom. Enjoy
Yeah,
your
Yeah.
but still, man, it's I
guy.
always.
This guy thinks I work too much.
He
Oh,
does.
yeah.
He works way too much, which is good.
Yeah, you gotta-
get it. I guess. Me, I like my freedom. I'm on his side. I like my freedom.
I like my freedom too.
You see how he said that? No, me,
But I think-
freedom is high priority. Like, of course, you know, I want to grow. I want to do more. But my freedom is like, if I do more, if it's gonna take away from my freedom, then no.
What do you define as freedom?
My freedom is the ability for me to do as I please any given day of the week, without having to stress so much about the bills or paying certain things. Like, the way I've structured my business in a way is where we're not living a high life, right? We're not eating out everywhere all the time. We're not taking so many trips. We're not
Why not?
doing that because our freedom is more important with that during the week. Now, do we take trips? Yes. Do we do that? But our freedom, like this, right? Like this wouldn't be possible if I was too focused on money, too focused on like, in my opinion, to other things where I'm like, hey, I have enough time to do other things. And this is why I work hard, because I want my freedom, because I've had money before and it's like, okay, now what? You know, I've had other things before and it's like
an extra 2-3K in the bank is just going to be a number in the bank.
correct.
Like it's not going to add any amount. I mean, unless you buy something. That
Right.
But still, like it like it doesn't add to the quality of life if you're at a certain point. I understand that, but you still need a structure. Like, yeah, you have freedom, you can do whatever you want, but you still need a structure.
Well,
you still need to wake up at this time. You still need to go to sleep at this time. You still need to put in 40, 30, 50, 60 hours of work. You still need to do that.
Well, see, I've structured it so I work 25 to 35, 30 hours a week.
Okay, that makes sense. Like if you're able,
but correct, I have structure with freedom.
There you go.
Right.
I don't work.
I think everybody has structure with freedom. I mean, unless you're not
unorganized.
I know a lot of business owners and people that work that it's just like that's all they know.
Yeah.
Right. That's all they know, and which is fine. But to me, it's like this isn't all. Right, like there's more to it than just being my own boss. There's more to it than just adding more zeros to the account.
So yeah, that was another deal for me, man. That like now that my lady's pregnant, we go to the appointments. We go to every appointment. That's what I wanted to do. You know
that's
what I mean?
worth it.
Imagine working at a place where you couldn't do that.
Exactly. It's like, damn. You know,
like you had to, like you just couldn't.
I can't see my kid, or I can't. You know, that's
So,
not what I wanted. So I finally got to do that, and so I can do that. So
and that's worth it for you.
Yeah, and so now that makes, you know what I mean, it's my freedom. Like it makes me happy, I guess.
Correct. And and you could have had a few more thousands in the bank and not have that, and then it wouldn't be worth it.
Still wouldn't be. Because I'm still thinking about my appointment with my child.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna know. He knows I'm not going. He's in there judging me right now.
So even if he gets to grow, grows older and that or whatnot, I can be there at the soccer games. I can be there whatever he wants to do. I can be there, without a problem.
There you go.
That's what I want to do, is just be able to support not only financially but mentally as well.
That's good.
So you can see, be like, oh yeah, my dad is right there.
Like be a father.
Yeah.
Not just be. Yeah. Well, I guess. Be a, how do you say, like
just a provider?
Not provider.
Yeah, they're not just a provider, but being
father.
there and like actually supporting.
Yeah, and watching them grow.
There you go, playing video games with them.
I don't know.
Having strict schedules, and everything has to be perfect.
I mean, as perfect as you can try. Nothing's perfect, right? You just have to try to achieve that.
Yeah.
That's the goal, is to try to get to that level where you can just get as close to it as possible from your abilities. Like, you can't do what you can't do, but you can try to do as much as you can.
Correct.
And that's what's going to take somebody to the next level, is they have to expand what they can do, right? Like you worked, how many hours do you usually put in a week?
Now, about 40. No. Yeah, about 45, 50.
Right.
Yeah, about 45, 50.
And you? How many hours do you put in, sir?
I put in about 55, 60. What?
And which one? You have like 7 things going on.
I don't work weekends. So I have a job. I have a salary job for a tech company called Starify. They
sponsor.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored yet.
So I was doing my own business, small business of graphic design, branding, and it was good money, right? Everything was good. I just don't like the sales part of it, or the sales. Like, that's not my thing. But I'm getting better at it. But like when I went to school, I went for design. I didn't go for sales.
Right.
But the moment I started to learn that, hey, you need to do sales, it's like, okay, I have to work on this. So I started to work on it, and then I was offered a position as a designer for this tech company. And I was like, I don't need them. I don't need to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, but I'll try. I'll go into the interview. I'm like, okay, I'll do the interview. And I was at the interview, and I was like, I'm gonna not prepare, but I'm gonna get ready for it. And they're asking me all these questions, like, yeah, this is how I would do it. This is what I would do. This from my experience. And they're like, oh, okay, we want to hire you and give you this much money a year. And we're gonna give you unlimited PTO. You can do your own schedule. You can work your own hours. You can work whenever you want. You just have to be able to schedule the meetings and be on these meetings are required. I was like, all right, yeah,
I can do that.
I can do that. So I'm still running my business before and lunch and after the job. So it's like 2 hours before, 1 hour in the middle, and 2 hours after. And then I only work
That's
about
fine.
6.5, 7 to 8 hours for the salary job. Sometimes
So
6.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours a day.
Sometimes not 13. So it's like 6 plus maybe 2 or 3. How much is that? 9. Yeah, about 10-hour day. I mean, who can't work a 10-hour day?
Me.
For
Yeah.
double for double their
Yeah.
income.
Yeah. Okay,
You know.
okay. We get it.
So like if
Plus
I were
you're-
to
But- But if you can work a 8-hour day for the same income, wouldn't that be
So
better?
that's the goal, right? So that's the goal. My
Yeah.
business is still young, 2 years. It still needs a lot. Still needs marketing. It still needs branding. It still needs more employees. It still needs everything.
needs all that.
It needs
It's not just
No,
open
right
up
now-
and go.
no, because
It's
yeah, you can.
but it's easy.
right?
Yeah.
A business
So I think
owning a
small-
business is so easy.
It is
$300.
easy. It is easy. So that's the thing people don't understand, that it's super easy.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how easy it is. It's hard to scale it, and it's hard to run
Maintain
it
it.
and maintain it.
Yeah.
But to open it, it's easy. You just need like 1,000, 2,000. If you like, we talked about the numbers that you said, 5,000, 8,000. That's not a lot in a year of salary or a year of income. That's not a lot. You could save it up in 2 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to know everything that you know. That's the hard part,
Right.
Yeah.
right? I can't do what you do. There's just no way. I would have to spend those 6 years managing
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
managing the car wash, managing, learning about products, learning about all this. There's just no way that I would have that. I could, but I have to start from zero.
From zero.
You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
or go to some program where they
Detailing
teach you
school,
about.
yeah.
So I can't just
detailing.
go buy a trailer right now and buy chemicals and go,
You can, but you're
And then
gonna.
You got the truck.
and then I'll have freedom.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like small businesses are easy, very easy to open, but it's hard to maintain. It's hard
and
to grow, to scale,
Yeah.
because you need the operations, you need the logistics, you need the products, you need the product that you provide, the services, the marketing, the finances. There's
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 things that you need. In order to grow all that, like you need more people.
And you need the hard work.
Right, and
Yeah.
as you start growing, you want to start giving away those roles.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
If not, you get to the problem where that company, where it's like they didn't want to give away the roles anymore, and there's too much pressure for one person.
Yeah. And that's what I was and that's what he was asking, like, oh, what's next? Well, maybe that's one of the next steps, give the role to somebody else, the guy that's next to me, he's helping me.
Yeah, because
You never know.
Now you need to
Yeah.
go to the next level, because
exactly.
you're not just taking yourself to the next level. You're, like you said earlier, you're taking the people that are with you
exactly.
to the next level. Your
Yeah.
business, everything overall.
Not only his work ethic, but his pay, his mentality, his experience and all that he can learn and grow.
Do you
and,
teach them stuff like that, like business owner stuff, like
Yeah.
hey, I got to do something about deposits. It's not just like, oh, this is all my money. It's about splitting the money for payroll, for bills, for utilities, for
No, not yet.
that were like certain things you do go over.
Not yet.
Not yet. I like you said yet.
He's early. He's
Okay.
only like 6 months. I think he's only been with me like 6 months or so.
Okay.
So we're still learning.
Mhm.
He's still learning. Like we're buffing. He's learning how to buff, clay buff and wax, how to do that. And so it's a little process,
Mm.
but he's getting there.
That's good.
Eventually though. Like I said, he might take the roles.
right,
My role.
We'll,
yeah,
we'll
you
have
know?
him here.
that's
in a
what
year.
I was gonna talk about. Is the the loss of opportunity that happens when you get to a certain point. It's like, yeah, you're doing the work, you're covering a $10 a job person, 10, 15, 20. Then you get to a point where it's like you're covering a $35 an hour person, and then it's like, why are you doing a $10 job when you could hire somebody for that?
Correct.
Because your worth is like $35, $45, $50 an hour. It's like you're spending that much money. You're wasting that much money by working. Like, that's what you get to a certain point where that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you going to spend 40 hours like ordering stuff when you can hire somebody to do that?
Correct.
Or there's a lot of roles that you need to start giving away.
And I think, you're right, because a lot of times people still want to do it all, like everything.
That's what I am. I am like that.
You
too.
are them people.
I'm a juggler.
You juggle.
I'm a juggler. But I try to juggle everything, and it's bad.
It is.
Yeah.
I like that you noticed that. But it's
you're gonna be the downfall of your own creation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's why.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's sometimes very hard to find somebody.
Right.
Like that's the part too, right? Because I've learned a lot of times in industries like that you'll teach somebody, and then they're gone, and then they're doing it, which is you're like, good, go for it. But then it's like, okay, now I got to start over with this new guy.
Exactly.
But that's the goal. The goal is to teach somebody and not expect them to be there at the end. Like, you should teach them where they are able to, like, you don't expect somebody to be with you 5 years.
Correct.
Right.
2 years max, I would say. 2 years max, and then they're gone. Right?
Yes, I think yes to a certain point, but if you really take care of the person, not for the whole lifetime, but you want to be able to say, hey, right now you're just my manager. If we keep this up, you'll be my supervisor of 5 stores. If we keep that up, then you'll be the owner of one.
Yeah, if you have all those positions.
Correct. Yes. Which is again the scaling part, right? So
if you have all those positions, then but if you're just like a 1, 2, 3 person job, like, you want to have somebody that you're gonna teach them everything, and then you won't, you as an owner shouldn't be like, oh, now you learn everything and now you're gone. It's like a parent, right? You want to teach your kids as much as you want for your kids, and then they grow. You don't want them to stay there.
No, definitely not. But you want them to go. But for instance, him, right, at a certain point, he spends a year with somebody teaching him. And he's like, all right, now I can leave him with the truck and an employee now, like somebody with him, and now I can do this. Oh, he left. Now I got to go back to the physical labor of work again.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to.
Because 2 years have gone by and the guy's
because
gone.
You've learned the process of how to teach him
faster.
And then you could be able to, that process that you learn how to teach somebody, you'll learn, okay, this first person took me 2 years to train. The second person is only going to take me 6 months. And then it just keeps going faster. And then eventually you'll write a manual or something that takes 10 minutes.
Right.
So it's not about the time that you spent. It's the time that you spent learning how to teach somebody.
Because I'm not going to say that's my biggest thing, but
that's your biggest thing.
But that's my biggest thing. It's like I spend time with people and I teach them, and I haven't had issues really lately. But before, I used to teach them, and then especially when COVID was around, people would be like, hey, they'll be my top employer, seller, and they're like, hey, it's better if I just don't work. Or actually, I got to go do something else. And I'm like, man, I spend all this time teaching them and training them. I'm not going to teach you so much no more. So now I wait, and I wait for them to earn it and show me that they want to learn it. And then I start teaching them, because I feel like that at least secures me long term.
That's true. Like, that's what I do with people that want to lose weight. Like, I would pour a lot of knowledge into them because I feel like they wanted to, like, lose weight and be fit, and then they would just
take
quit.
it serious,
and then just not come back or not do anything. Now I kind of wait, like, okay, like, you want to come to the gym, you want to do this, like, okay, come like a couple of weeks and see if you actually like it. Come a couple. Now I see that you're serious. Okay, now.
Correct. I think this is why a lot of trainers make people do like 50 push-ups and 50 burpees day one.
Maybe, if they really want it.
Really want it.
Yeah, that's why I take my time, 6 months or so, and then I always ask him questions and like see where he wants to go, see where he wants to be. Because if I can get him where he wants to go, then hey, let's
that's gonna
do it.
help you.
Let's do it. You know
Correct,
what I mean?
correct. Because I mean, not everybody needs to be a business owner. Not everybody's gonna
Exactly.
be in management.
Yeah.
Not every like some people.
And it's not just about all my business.
Right.
You know, it's about
them.
what's your mentality? Like, I want to see what you want to do with yourself, not
Right.
just come over here and let's watch cars.
Just come
and-
work for me.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's not what life is about. You know,
Mm.
there's more
Sounds
to it.
good.
Yeah, and somebody that's gonna be an employee is not gonna be happy. Like they're not gonna be happy once they learn everything.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like, well, I already know everything. What
exactly. Yeah,
What's next? Like,
What's
no,
next?
you're gonna be an employee.
You're gonna just be an employee. You're gonna be stuck there
yeah.
forever. Good
Because
luck.
I was there. I was there. And I was
But
like,
you
no.
wanted more. That's the
Yeah.
difference. You wanted more.
Yeah. So
Some people are still there.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be there. And,
They'll be
and-
there.
And that's okay still, because we still need those people. Society
To do
still
the
needs,
job.
Yeah.
still
So,
needs.
so me, I'm an employee for the startup company, but I'm my own business owner. As an employee, I really like that I can just focus on the craft and what I do. I don't have to worry about bringing in customers. I don't have to worry about bringing in clients, like reoccurring clients. I don't have to worry about any of that. I can just focus on my craft, get better and better and better and better and better and better at that. But in my business, I can't focus on my craft. I have to focus on sales, marketing, managing, process, automation, logistics, finances. And like I can't even work on what I do. I have to
Mhm.
give that away.
Yeah.
So there's like two things that I like. I like the freedom, like you said, but I also like working the job that I like.
Mm.
So like you said, like there's people that are gonna like one or the other. I
Yeah.
like both. But at the end of my career, I would like to just do both of them. Like run a very, very small studio where I can do not all the craft. I'll have a team, right? But do the craft, but also have people that are going to do the finances, do the sales, the
yeah,
marketing, the
yeah.
logistics,
Mhm.
the operations. But of course,
Make
it takes
easier.
time.
Yeah.
Takes time.
It takes time, but that's where the opportunity costs. College. Opportunity costs.
So
That's what they
in
teach.
college, how are you doing on that? Are you almost done?
Man. Almost.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can say almost.
And then your degree is going to be in business
Management, yeah.
business management. I've always wanted to take some business management course because I mean, you get to a point where you're like, I didn't want to be a business owner, but now I am,
Yeah.
and it's like I didn't go to college for this. What have you? I mean, you've learned a lot, I'm sure, but like, what's one of the biggest things that you've felt that it has helped you, or has it helped you at all?
I mean, there was this one professor. He said you can always make yourself efficient. Man, being efficient, always, man, making myself, just it helps you being more efficient. Just to be there and just
Mhm.
doing. I don't know. It stuck with me, and then the opportunity cost too. And you got to give up something for something else. So
I like that.
there is a lot of stuff that you in school that they teach that's not out here too. So man, it's
Yeah,
If
it
you
opens
have-
up your
yeah.
mind, right? Like
a lot.
school is like and this could be many different fields, but whenever you don't go to school, it feels like you're very not narrow-minded, but narrow field of view.
Yeah,
Correct.
Because you know only from experience and from
Mhm.
the people that have taught you and from the things that you see that maybe online. Now there's more courses, things like that.
Mhm,
But when
yeah.
you go to school, it provides you with like an open, like a higher field of view. Like you can see further out and you
Yeah.
can see deeper into things that you wouldn't normally see
Yeah.
without it. And I know like you can have a great business without it, and I know you could do a lot of things without it, but
Yeah.
but with it, like it helps you tremendously. Is it worth
Yeah.
$100,000, $200,000? No.
no,
Definitely.
Mhm.
no,
But if you can go to it without paying that much, I think it's awesome.
man, it's definitely worth it, man, because I can always fall back on that.
Mhm.
My
That's good.
business fails or my business just stops. And like, hey, this is my degree.
And then you can go.
I'm a
like
manager.
that.
I want the managing position. I want this much, and
Give
let's
it to
go.
me.
There you-
Yeah.
and right. And you know what you're worth.
Exactly.
And you have
Yeah.
to-
Look, this is what I can
Yeah.
do. This is what I'm.
Right.
My,
And if
my
not,
confidence
it's
is way.
like I've always, told myself I know how the dirt feels like. like I know how I know what the very bottom of the
Yeah.
bottom is. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like,
So I can't
and
go back there.
Yeah, and I can also go back there because I know how it feels, and it's
Yeah.
not like it's not that bad to like it's not
Start
the
over,
worst thing
yeah.
in the world. You can always go back from the bottom up.
Start
Like
over, yeah.
yeah,
It's easy.
but I mean we're not there anymore. We'll probably never be there because we have so much like stacked
Correct.
stacked knowledge and experience that
Yeah, expectancy.
yeah,
we
our,
should
expect a
our,
lot.
the bottom like our floor bottom has gone up because of all of our experience and everything.
Correct. Correct.
Like let's say you lose your trailer, you lose everything. Like
Mhm.
you're not gonna just not do nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you'll find
Exactly.
you pick it up
Yeah.
again, or maybe you already have $8,000 already in the bank. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna buy another one.
Mhm. Exactly.
And keep going, keep
Yeah.
moving. Why would you stop if your whole trailer burns up? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Correct.
Like,
yeah.
Just
Correct.
buy another one. Do it again.
It's only it only opens up an
Right.
opportunity, more
Yeah,
opportunity.
now you
Correct.
get
That's
a
what
new- Yeah.
that's why he was like, hey, what are you gonna do next? And now it's like,
It's
opportunities
endless.
are endless. You know, I can do.
Even if
I
it
feel
shut
like
down,
I can do
and,
a lot.
and that's what I tell the wife all the time. Like, hey, we have all this, but if it ever comes down, which can go somewhere else and start something else different, and
Mhm.
it's just gonna be the
Yeah.
same thing. Because
Yeah.
there's a post I saw a long time ago. It's like you're not starting from zero no more,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You're starting from
Mhm.
you got that experience.
Yeah.
So if you fail, it's cool. You failed, but now you have that experience. So, and then you're probably gonna fall again. But sounds good. Well, any other questions for you?
No, I mean there's a lot to talk
still
about
got- yeah,
still, but we can
We still got a
we
lot.
can leave it to another day.
Another day. Thank you for coming out.
No, thank y'all,
sharing
thank y'all.
so much for us. We'll definitely bring you back for some more topics. We didn't get into Honduras, man. We're gonna talk about the Honduras national soccer team and
We'll talk about
Salvador. Where you from? El Salvador?
No, from Guanajuato.
Guanajuato. You can't even say it.
All right, so your Instagram is at integrity_detail_service. You can see it on the screen.
Yeah.
You guys,
Instagram, Facebook,
yeah,
all that.
So you come to the people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gerson, I mean, he's done my car washes since before at the car wash. I would go there,
Yeah.
but now he
That's
comes
because you got a
over.
hookup. You used
Now-
to get a hookup. That's why.
Yeah, I would get free washes.
Shout out to Will.
my brother said, "Hey, just tip the people in the front.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
them
You
$2."
get the whole shebang, wax and everything.
Like, damn,
Yeah.
this guy got money now. He got.
I got the hookup.
But so yeah, he does my cars as well. The 99 Honda Honda Civic, sir. So yeah, be sure to check him out. There's his Instagram. Send him a message. He'll book you. He'll come to you. I think that's your headline, no?
Yeah, we move for you, so
There
you don't
you-
have to.
Oof, I like that.
When I see that, I'm like, oh, thank God. I do not want to go out there.
Yeah, especially when you work
Sun.
14 hours a day. You
Yeah.
need people
So
to
how
come
is
to
the
you.
sun? I mean, that's what I want to talk to you about. This heat, man. It's crazy.
I don't know. You just gotta be built for it, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of
You're
people.
not
A lot
built
of,
for it.
I'm not.
a lot
I
of
get
peop-
headaches.
Yeah, a lot of people ask, and it's like, how do you? And it's like, I don't know how to explain it, man. You just
You get
I
wet.
s- Nah,
Spray yourself.
no, they don't
That's
recommend
worse.
that. Yeah,
that's worse.
You can pass out.
You didn't learn that in school or what?
No, I'm over there.
$100,000. That's why you get a headache.
Yeah, that's why you
He's over
gotta.
there pouring.
Nah, man, I don't do that. I can't. But you just gotta not think about it. So we find shade. You know, we try to
Yeah.
find shade as much as we can, but sometimes there's not.
Sometimes
But
you
you just
can't,
gotta
yeah.
bear. You know, deal
Put a
with it.
canopy up. You don't put a canopy?
Man, I'm thinking of. See, that's something I'm always thinking, but
There you
I'm
go.
tinging of an idea of something that we can do to cover ourselves.
Correct.
Just-
Because it also has to
Chick-fil-A
be.
has a little umbrella that they put on their head.
yes.
Walk around with those
Yeah,
umbrellas.
but when we go into the car, we're stuck.
You put a big old
We're
poncho
stuck.
on.
Yeah, we're like, oh. So now I'm thinking something on top of the car. You know, like an umbrella,
Mm.
like a pop. You know, the little
Oh yeah.
things that
And then just
stick.
cover the whole thing.
Coverage on one
Well,
side.
if you guys have any ideas,
Yeah.
send it to him.
Yeah, we're
Google,
thinking
start
about it.
Googling.
We can design it.
This
Padding
he's
and
trying to work.
everything, yeah.
Already trying to work. More
Look,
work.
there's
Look.
the umbrella's right here. Look,
Oh, there.
that's
We're,
one
we're just
idea.
gonna take this one right here. Our son.
And it's lighting, dude.
All right. Well. All right. Thanks for everybody for listening in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, we appreciate that, guys. Again, we do this just to share knowledge, share info. We appreciate all the support. Remember, now we're on Spotify, YouTube, only
Only.
podcast, And thank you guys. Next week we'll see you guys for another episode of
Bye.
what's